Hey guys, it's Charlie. It is September 20th, Sunday evening. And before I forget, I want to thank Backburner News for putting me in a compilation video of a bunch of people here on YouTube. I'll link it with my video. He did or she, I'm not sure, did a great job. And if you haven't seen it, check it out and rate it and pass it on because it's really very nicely done. Okay, secondly, a lot of you guys over the weekend sent me this Media Matters news report, and I read it last night, and I reread it, and then I sat in front of the camera and thought about making a video, and I started to make a video, and then I stopped because I really just couldn't. I really had a tough time getting emotional over this article, so I decided to wait and talk about it today. Because, if I was just average American mass consumer, and I wasn't paying attention to what's going on in this country, and I wasn't paying attention to our out-of-control government and our worthless representatives, and then I read this article, maybe, just maybe, I would be slightly shocked, and it might sway my opinion one way or the other. But to be quite honest, everybody watching me or searching YouTube, looking up Patriot, Truthers, whatever, this article isn't going to affect the people that I'm going to talk to anyway, or the people that would listen to me with a serious ear, that would take me even slightly seriously. People who listen and subscribe to that train of thought, like Media Matters is spewing out there. They don't care what I have to say. And frankly, this Eric Boehlert, I think is how you pronounce his last name, who wrote this article, he knows that he isn't changing any of mainstream America's minds with this article. And certainly he isn't changing any of the rights who he attacks in this article, the right wing. They're not going to. The only thing they're going to do is use this article to continue the left-right battle. I'm sure we'll see Beck or Hannity or O'Reilly or somebody bring up this article in the next week, talking about how evil the other side of the media is. And frankly, I don't care. Eric Boehlert, he wrote this article for the people in his community, his fellow mainstream leftist Democrat group that he hangs out with, in my opinion. He's going to get a big pat on the back for being brave and courageous, for calling it like he sees it. But the fact of the matter is, this is a fluff piece for the far left. They all believe this. They all believe that the people out here protesting who went to tea parties or tax rallies or the July 4th deal or whatever, they believe that these are right-wing wackos. They didn't want to see the people out there complaining when Bush was grabbing power with the Patriot Act or sending troops off to fight wars for oil and his cronies, his corporate cronies. They only see the nut jobs that CNN or whoever will find to put on TV. So I guess my point is this: it's not news. This isn't news. This is a way for a reporter, a writer, to validate himself inside his own community. And whatever. I don't care. It doesn't upset me. I'm far more upset by things like the MIAC report or the government website, the White House website that wants you to report on your neighbors if they disagree with or if they say something fishy about the health care plan. To me, that's troubling. That's real. That's worth getting upset and worked up and angry over. But far left-wing websites, communist whatever ideals that are coming out of the far left, that's not a shocker. That's just par for the course. I think it's far more damaging to have mainstream media in the business world trying to coerce people's thought process as too far as how this economy is looking. If you look at Bloomberg or CNBC or Fox Business, and they're always trying to put out this propaganda that everything's getting better because these Wall Street banks are healthy and they're bigger than they were before the crisis, this, that, and the other thing. To me, that does far more damage because it prevents people, regular, not awake, not searching out the truth type people, from any kind of preparedness they might have partaken in if they wouldn't have been sold a bill of goods. So how many of these people are, God forbid, getting back into the market, or at least not preparing mentally, physically for a depression? They're all thinking that that happy days are here again. And to me, that's a lot more dangerous, this false message that's being put out there. And one quick example, I'll link it with this video. I just read a article on Bloomberg talking about, the actual title of the article is, China can't get enough treasuries as dollars no deterrent to foreign buyers. Okay, see, that headline says it all. China can't get enough of our debt. Now, you know the truth. Every other day, China is saying to somebody, we're scared to death of the dollar. They're starting to trade in their own currency. They're buying SDRs from the IMF for the first time ever in their own currency. They have indicated to their own citizenry, buy gold, buy silver, because the dollars that they're holding on to are going to become worthless. And later on in the article it says investors bought 43.1% of the $1.41 trillion sold in treasuries this year, which is up from 27.1% in 2008. Now, everybody knows that the whole entire world, every country that trades in dollars, which is the whole world, is talking about losing faith in the U.S. dollar. Yet, Bloomberg has no problem writing just the cheery headlines and putting fluff inside this story. And this is the same company that's suing the Federal Reserve to find out where the $2 trillion that they mysteriously can do with whatever they want. It's the off-balance sheet money. They're the ones who sued them for it. So they're even writing pieces that are painting a rosy picture that the whole world is never going to stop buying the U.S. debt. The reason that they put in their story was because too much of the world has dollars for their reserve currency, so they have to keep lending us money or it'll hurt the value of their reserve currency. Now, that is just beyond ridiculous. I mean, that's just beyond stupidity. I mean, work that out in your head. If I owe you $500 and I say to you I'm gonna lose my job or whatever, I need more money. And are you going to lend me $20,000 because I owe you $500? You want to keep that one debt good, so you're going to keep paying me ridiculous amounts of money over and above what you already, or what I've already borrowed from you? That's ridiculous, and it makes no sense. Yet we're being sold that. So anyway, I'll put that article with this video as well. Once again, thank you very much to Backburner News for the compilation video, and thanks to everybody who sent me this Media Matters story. At any rate, that's all I got.